Hey, this is Rebel Builder, and what we're looking at here is a MOC. This is one of my own creations. I call this a Space Marine gunship. Now, I've had this built for a few years now, but at the time I had just built the Megacore magnetizer, the M-Tron set, it's kind of big truck. And so this front shape here, this the transparent blue piece, and then the styling here of these hinges and plates, you know, I took that straight from that ship. I was really inspired by it, but I wanted to build kind of a utility spaceship, like a sci-fi version of a helicopter. So right off the bat, I would say my building techniques have kind of evolved since I've built this. This is a very studs up from the bottom kind of build, just a very traditional, you know, there's plates on the bottom and I just built straight up from that. The only thing advanced, I think, is kind of how the front hinge, the front cockpit works in there, and so I was kind of proud of that. But I do like the shape I came up with, the style of it, and one thing I did is I used all these different gray colors. I used all 4 versions of gray on this, and that was partly me just trying to build with what I had, which I think is still just a great piece of advice. You know, use what pieces you have. But also I was trying to give it kind of a military, worn, weathered, almost a camouflage kind of look too. So this front windshield actually opens up, and I lift these plates that are on hinges here, and I kind of do that to hold it in place really. But then the front piece all opens up like this. Here you can see some of the detail I put into the cockpit. Some computers, some joysticks, and a little place for the pilot. Some computers on either side, so you know, co-pilots or navigators can stand back there. In the front here is just on some pins that pivot back and forth, and to create the angle of this guy, you know, I stole this from the Megacore magnetizer here, where this is a turntable here and this pivots, so it is able to fit on there at kind of a 45-degree angle to the studs. Some other features here on top, I have this turret, and these hoses always kind of pop off because they're kind of old. But I got a big cannon there, and on either side I have these little gun turrets, and these transparent blue pieces pop up, and inside there's a spot here for a gunner. I have one of those on either side. Towards the back here I have a little radar dish, kind of going back to my classic space roots here. And this does open up, and we'll look at the side there in a second, just to kind of give me access to the back. And in the back, this piece opens up, and then I have a little ramp here. And if we open this, it'll give it a little light in there, but you can see, you know, just kind of a little place for troops to board, or, you know, a little space vehicle or something of that sort. Kind of like how these engines turned out. You can see some of the black detail and the back of the engines there. Here's a shot of the underside, and again, nothing fancy. This is really just plates, and then I built up from there. Just kind of going along, trying to reshape it to kind of match the main cockpit piece there. That was really what drove the whole shape of this ship. For my minifigures here, I was just trying to collect some different sci-fi looking different space guys, and gray helmets and blue visors. That was kind of the one kind of idea that tied them all together. And the other thing is I have these pulse rifles that I got from Brick Arms. Big fan of those. All right, thanks for taking a look at my MOC, everybody. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you learn anything from this? Hopefully, I think the idea of taking another set and kind of a big focus part of it, and you know, morphing it and changing it into something else is kind of a good lesson. That's kind of the one thing I'm proud of with this. So subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of these other videos in the future. Like and leave me some comments, and thanks for watching, everybody.